like 2 and 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
15 seconds.
15. Revan, I love you. I just saw that. We're going out.
How was the Zoom show?
It was good. My new manager was watching, so I did kind of all A or A-ish, you know.
Yeah. What's A right now? Stuff that's not on your album?
That's what I tried to do.
Yeah.
Like the new, but a lot of it's gonna expire soon. It's all dark. Like there's a lot of suicide, a lot of death, a little bit too much. A little like
I think it's hello.
Are we on?
I don't know.
Lot
She
of
said
suicide,
15
lot of
seconds.
death.
Who knows?
Sure.
It's not on the
Guys.
hold on.
Something in the chat.
Let's
See?
confirm this. Yeah. Well, the chat's over there. Hold
We
on.
are live from Sadra's penthouse.
Hey, I live here.
He lives in the closet. You guys know who this is? Lucas Hinderliter. I am Nathan Orton, and this is our wonderful guest,
Oh, we are
Marco
on. Oh, hey.
Ceresi.
Hello.
Everyone say your own names.
Hey, what's up? I'm Lucas Hinderliter, and we got
John Marco Ceresi.
John Marco.
Yeah.
He just did a Zoom show in the bedroom, so he's all loose and ready to go.
Yeah, he is.
This is great. We were supposed to be in Philly right now, but due to some complications, we are shooting this instead in the lovely penthouse. We got the Empire State Building there.
Look at that.
Let me pull up the comments.
It's crazy what you can do with technology these days.
Yeah. That's a green
We didn't
screen.
even need to go to Philly.
Do you ever feel scared living this high up? It's pretty high.
When I first moved in here, it was a little disorienting. But now it's like I'm used to it, so it's not a thing. But every time someone new comes up here, they kind of freak out over
When I saw
it.
the PH, the penthouse was on the top button. I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Yeah, people also don't believe that I do live here.
It was a little weird when I walked in. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You thought you were going to get murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had some deathcore playing too. So
It wasn't. I think it was more punk. It was more like Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne light.
okay. Awesome.
That sounds like Lucas. He makes fun of me for listening to John Mayer and then just listens to power chords.
Yeah, but you don't only listen to John Mayer, you obsess over John Mayer.
It's not my fault. He's a genius and he's beautiful.
Okay.
I think my problem is that I'm too straight. I just like looking at the video. This is a
You're
new
looking
touch.
at your own reaction to you calling yourself straight.
This is new for us. We are normally not on video. That's why I did my hair.
Yeah.
So this is, I feel like we're
I'm trying to think of what 80s actor you look like.
Revan said I look like the Night Stalker, which is it's a weird
Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
We've talked about that.
I've been
before.
told that before.
Yeah.
Like
Someone
late-
told me that.
Late
before.
80s Madonna, maybe. I like this.
Yeah.
I always wanted hair like that. Like I wanted hair. I'm Jewish, and it just grows
Yeah.
out. And I always wanted hair that went down. I would grow it like shoulder length.
Yeah.
Did you ever have it shoulder length?
No, man. The pandemic, I didn't cut it, and then I realized that I might as well just keep it like this.
Yeah,
Because it hides. My face is big and has weird angles.
really.
But if I have long hair, no one notices.
So it was all worth it in the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. I'm kind of glad coronavirus.
Sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm 25 and I have a receding hairline. So
Rosemary
I
oil,
always
buddy.
had emo like long. I would straighten it and shit.
Is your who is it? It's the mother's line that the bald gene is in, right?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know my grandpa or my mom's. It's white trash.
Do you think you're gonna bald though? Like, do you think about it?
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be preemptive about it. I take
Trying to get married now.
hymns.com. Yeah. That's why I'm a serial monogamist.
I have a friend. He's balding. He's like 30, a good looking guy. And like, he came back from the barber and the barber told him his hair was thinning out. And he like he was one of those where he wanted us to tell him like, this barber's clearly full of shit.
Yeah.
And we're all
I
just
look
like,
for what's the word I'm looking for? I'm stupid. I look for people to tell me I'm not balding all the time, even though I know I am. But here's the thing. I look fine with a shaved head. I used to shave it
Really?
a lot when it first happened, but it didn't really work for comedy. I guess a tall, bigger guy with a shaved head just comes off too intimidating.
I mean, a lot of the shaved heads, they always start like, I know what you're thinking. They're
Yeah.
Nazi.
Yeah,
You recognize me from the Capitol.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and I got too much. Plus, my last name's Hinderliter. So
He had a
it's-
mask on at the
Sure,
Capitol, though.
sure.
So yeah, it just comes off too intimidating for comedy. So I'd rather have look like I'm balding a little because it's funnier, I guess. I don't know.
Sure. No, it's a good look. Worked for Louis.
Yeah. Just because he has red hair. Is that what
Yeah,
you-
red hair,
Yeah.
balding.
Where are the
You know.
comments in this thing? Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Guys,
They
this-
know that we're out of our element. They've heard what we've done before.
Yeah,
Hey,
you guys have heard the podcast.
By the way, heard you murdering in there, and
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
not bullshitting. It was funny, and I could hear laughter from the laptop, which is impressive.
Oh,
I'm not
thank
just
you.
jerking you off. So that's cool. Good shit.
Thank you.
Do you have a problem you're going through?
Yes. Oh, okay. So I was going to hop into this is the podcast where people send in the problems and we tell you the worst ways to solve them. John Marco, what do you got going on in your life?
Sure.
right now?
So I got this. So I'm seeing someone. It's been about 3 months,
Okay.
but it's moved fast. Like coronavirus relationships,
Oh, yeah.
we live close. Just it's moving fast.
Mhm.
And I have a tattoo. I got this. This was when I was 22. I was in a 5-year relationship. After we broke up, for myself to honor the amount of time I spent, I got a tattoo of the first letter of that woman's name on my
After you
lower.
broke
After
up.
we broke up,
Ooh.
Really?
It was like it was.
Did she
it was,
die?
No, it was. I did though. Once I was seeing someone and they had the same tattoo, like, and I was like, "Who's that?" And it was a boyfriend who had died, and I was like, "Yeah, well, mine just broke my heart." But it was someone I cared about. It was
Yeah.
like it was a formative period of time in my life. Many pre-therapy, so very
Yeah.
important,
Yeah.
and I don't regret it. But this is the first time I've been with someone new where it got to a level of intensity where it has been brought to my attention that the tattoo does not make her feel great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like seeing a woman who is on a certain kind of mystical pedestal in my memory that she sees certainly every time she might go to fellate. It's right by my but not just that, but every time I'm naked a lot. I'm a naked guy.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
know, all my couches and chairs have been sat on
Yeah.
in the nude. And
when you stay in shape, you got to be naked
yeah,
in front of girls.
I would do the opposite. If you're going to be naked, you got to stay in shape.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very interesting.
Does she have a letter in her name corresponding to?
What is the letter, if you don't mind us asking?
It is an L. It was
Okay.
cursive L.
Is there an L in the new lady's name?
I guess in the last name there is one L,
You're gonna have to get the rest
Yeah,
of her name
yeah.
just around your whole torso.
like a belt, a full belt.
Yeah.
Just make it all the other letters really small and just that one big L. Is it
Yeah.
big? How big is it?
It's about that big.
Oh, well, yeah, that's perfect. You can add that. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, there's other words you can do. You can make it funny. You could put loser.
Sure.
Just love, live, laugh, love. You can
Yeah.
do that.
Well,
That would
the
be
joke,
funny.
I have like a joke in the stand-up bit where now I have to tell every woman I date about my dead friend Larry. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
she has seen that joke, so she knows it's a
Yeah.
lie.
I just wouldn't have told her it was. Yeah, there's so many things that an L could mean. I wouldn't have told her that. Of course,
Well,
I
I-
mean, you want to be transparent with this.
That's how
lady.
I feel. I guess honesty is
Yeah.
important to me.
yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, this stands for anything else.
I think if I got more tattoos of other things I find significant, it might lessen the value of that one. I
Yeah.
could get one for this podcast.
Yeah, you could.
Monkey
Lucas. That's what the L is.
Lucas. There
Sure.
we
Fill
go.
it in with just put a picture of his face next
But
to
I
it.
couldn't do the hair because that would be changing.
Exactly.
That's hilarious. You can make it laugh. You're a comedian. Have it say
Sure.
laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, but you and this chick haven't been together that long. This new chick, right? It's a quarantine
Let's call her a lady.
Yeah,
I think chick is
thank
You
kind
know
of-
what? I've gotten a lot of flack for the way I refer to women as
Yeah.
chicks. I just,
Yeah.
it's like second. I
I
don't
get it.
mean
I
it.
still say girl a lot. I'm
Yeah.
like a girl. I've seen this girl,
Yeah.
dating this girl.
But they are.
She is a woman. Saying the word woman feels ridiculous. to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
woman to me is like,
38.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
dressed like a 50s secretary in my mind. Like, oh, that woman.
Yeah.
I don't.
This dame I've
This
been
dame.
seeing.
I don't mean it demeaning. It's just what I've been saying since I
Chick?
was in high school.
Yeah.
Chick, yeah,
He grew up on a farm, so he saw a
Yeah.
lot of baby
yeah. It was,
chickens.
it was a lot of
Sure.
chickens.
You
yeah.
really did, though.
Yeah, in Illinois. So how long have y'all been dating?
I think it's over 3 months, but I
Okay.
mean, intense, with like we live very close to each other. And it's thank God, to have someone during these, especially these winter months.
Yeah.
It's been very.
Oh, it's
sad.
hard.
I've been in 3 relationships since quarantine.
That is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived with one also.
I don't even understand. how
The
that's
quarantine hit. I scooped someone up, and then we moved in very shortly, and that was terrible. It was the worst.
possible. Would you have
decision.
called all 3 of these people your girlfriend at the time?
I don't
Yes.
think
That's
all
why.
Two-
see,
two
now,
of them.
That's
Two of them, at
crazy to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a slow burn on that word.
Yeah, no, it was
Uh-huh.
definitely crazy. But quarantine's a crazy time, I don't know. It gets lonely, and I
How
made
do you-
some bad decisions.
How'd you meet them? Were they all through dating apps?
No, one of them was a comedian. One of them,
Sure.
one of them I met through one of my roommates, and the other one was through a dating app. Yeah, that's my
Sure.
current girlfriend.
In the beginning of coronavirus, I sent some wildly pathetic texts to women I'd slept with up to over 2 years prior. Like, hey, how's Quar treating you?
Yeah.
And I think some of them I said yes, but I wouldn't go further than that. I'm too scared to overstep.
Yeah.
But I just want to be like, look, none of us are meeting anyone new right now.
Yeah,
It worked.
yeah.
That part worked,
Makes sense.
but none of it panned
I'd
out.
like to think it was a group text. Just all of them at once.
I wrote one, I don't ghost a lot. I didn't fully ghost, but I just never made the plans.
Yeah.
And I sent a long apology text. And then a month later,
Yeah.
so how's Quar?
It's just preemptive.
Terrible.
So where'd you meet your current lady? Is lady
I
bad?
mean-
Woman, your current woman.
Lady's, I think lady's good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Female.
lady.
No.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
It was a friend of a friend, and
Comedian?
she moved in the sphere in the
Okay.
world.
All right.
No, I think I'm not. I've dated 2 stand-up comedians in my life, and
Yeah.
neither ended particularly terribly. But there's a weird period afterwards, and you see them at a show, and it's a weird feeling, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to cut that out. Not. Yeah.
How many comics have you dated?
One out here, and then a couple in St. Louis.
Sure. I would date a St. Louis comic for sure.
Yeah.
But not.
Yeah. Well, they're never coming out here. No, I'm sorry. Some of them are probably tuning in. No, I don't know.
They're
It's
that
just,
in love with you. They stuck around for your podcast after you date.
I don't know. None of them ended. Like some of them ended bad, and then it was fine after. Like you just
Sure,
give it
that's
some
good.
time, then it's like, hey, we're all good, right? We were just dumb.
She's crying. Yo, we're all good, right? We're just dumb.
I
I love
swore it off when I moved to New York, but then quarantine hit, and you're not meeting new people. This is the people you see.
I'm so curious who this person is.
Yeah.
I
let's
was
talk about
accused
it
of
later.
giving a comic HPV.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We've said it on this podcast. I guess I can say it.
What?
Right? Who it was? The comic I dated out here?
Go ahead.
No, I don't
No
want
one
to.
knows.
I
No
don't
one's
want
gonna.
to.
Oh.
If they're fans of the podcast, but I don't know how many people are just tuning in. Let's
Yeah.
we'll save it for after.
Yeah, I'm very
Okay.
excited.
Okay.
You're accused of giving HPV.
Yeah. I had unprotected sexual intercourse with someone,
Sure.
and then they had HPV afterwards.
Uh-huh.
But I think they already had it. It was dormant.
Yeah, HPV is a tricky one. Are guys able to find out if they have HPV
Nope.
from a blood test? We can't tell at all unless
No,
there's
Because before we
there's
had
a-
sex, I got tested and I was like totally fine. And I always just blindly trust the girl without asking.
Sure.
So it's a weird habit I have. But yeah, then she was like, I got HPV now, and she did a bit about it, and everyone thought it was me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, this isn't cool.
See, I'm one of so the thought of I've had unprotected sex with 2 different people. One was a long time girlfriend,
Yeah.
and one she ripped it off in a way that was a little too quickly for my taste.
Okay.
But I think you're fucking nuts. You're out of your fucking mind. How many different people have you have unprotected sex with?
Me?
See, I'm a condom boy.
I don't want to say that 30-ish.
I think it
30 something.
depends on-
That's crazy, man.
I'm not. I don't.
You're not a hypochondriac,
What did
then,
you
right?
just say? How?
Over
say 70?
30 something.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I'm
Do
celibate.
you ever use a
now.
condom?
No.
Here's the thing. In St. Louis, they don't make you. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
It depends on where you're at in the world. And St. Louis, no one gives a fuck.
See,
out
I like
there.
it. They don't make me. I wouldn't let it happen.
Yeah. Well, you're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an intelligent person.
way smarter
Sure.
than us.
Sure.
I don't have anything besides probably HPV. Maybe
Sure.
every strain.
Sure.
There is
Maybe-
a test. They just have to, but it's painful. They put a swab in your urethra.
I've had all the
Oh
tests.
my God, how deep?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never,
that's a horrible thing.
it's the only one I've never.
That's one of those
done.
things that like when someone says that I can like feel it for a second and ugh.
Yeah.
I would just accept I have it at that point. Just like
It sucks because
just
it makes
never
you come
know.
so hard.
Oh shit. We were talking about your tattoo.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And then we'll
See?
get some audience problems, and it doesn't
Of
matter.
course.
This is live. We're keeping it loose.
Yeah, we gotta be.
Do you regret the tattoo? That's the main question.
No,
Okay.
no. It feels like it was like a big segment of my life.
Yeah.
I can understand where they're coming from for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's one of these things like I don't feel bad for it. And so I don't want anyone to make me feel bad for it. I don't do a lot of crazy things. I wear condoms most of the time. And so like this was my loose, fun, crazy thing.
Did you wear a condom with her, the tattoo girl?
Do you? With
did
that
you?
is a
with her.
it was a
okay.
5-year relationship.
So
So
no.
I didn't answer. That's all.
How dare you?
When I went to I did some time in jail, and when I was in there, I had a girlfriend, and you don't think straight when you're in jail. So I'm like, I'm gonna get your whole name tattooed on me. And that was like a serious plan, and then we broke up shortly after. So, but yeah,
I just learned a shitload of information that
Yeah.
I'm just processing. But how you met before you went to jail?
Yes, high school.
Where were you going to get the tattoo?
I don't know, probably somewhere like here. But here's the thing: is I don't care about this part. Her name was Hope, and so I was like, even if we break up,
Yeah.
it's just a word
Hinderliter.
that could mean anything. Like,
Mhm.
but yeah, I considered it. Never went through with it. I was gonna get it done in jail.
My
actually.
original tattoo idea, I was going to get, I still like it, but I was going to get an infinity sign on the bottom of my foot.
That's interesting.
And the guy was like,
Woody?
it will hurt so much you won't even believe it,
Yeah.
and it'll just go away eventually. Like it'll fade.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But if he had said yes, I totally would have done it.
It's funny the idea of an infinity tattoo fading. It's
Yeah,
not for life.
That's
a
deep.
beautiful metaphor.
Nathan's got a big tattoo.
Yeah, I got two guitars on my back.
Uh-huh.
Those were my first two relationships. Now, it's actually the only the only relationship I'm in right now. Yeah, it was with guitars.
Uh-huh.
That's the closest I
the
get
one
to
lady
any
who won't
affection.
break your heart.
Yeah,
Guitars.
exactly. Sometimes the string breaks.
Did it hurt? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a scar on my back from getting heart surgery, and that was horrible.
On your back.
Uh-huh. It went through the back.
I didn't even know they did that.
I know. I'm really glad
Your heart
because it looks
surgery, right?
cool. Like a back tattoo looks cool. If it was right here, it would just look like I had a heart attack when I was 10.
Sure. You watching a YouTube video?
I was pulling it up because I couldn't see the comments. Now I can see the live chat. Okay, I was on the
Live chat.
here we go. Now I'm sorry guys, I couldn't see it before, but now I'm on the app
We're sorry.
and now I can see it. I'm not a condom fanboy. Everyone's everyone's calling you a pussy for wearing condoms. No, I'm
What
just
the fuck?
I know he's smart.
No,
I'm an
okay,
idiot.
Not a condom. Are you crazy?
Thank you.
Only strangers. I will wear one. I don't know.
Everyone is a
Depends.
stranger if you think about it for 2 fucking seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. That was deep. That was fading infinity deep. Now I need to think of something smart.
Oh, I'm glad I got that pulled up. I was like, no one's commenting. We have plenty of comments. That's fun.
That's awesome.
Cool. Well, hey guys, since I can see your comments now, if you guys have any problems you want read on here, send them in the comments. And we'll talk about it.
That's fun. I got a
How
problem
far
I
are
just
we in? Do
got.
you want to get into some audience problems now?
we can always go in and out.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm
John
being
Marco,
loose,
you want to
having
help
fun.
out some audience members with their problems?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's one I got via Instagram. This is from Joseph in St. Louis. My dog only responds to me when I use German commands, and I'm pretty sure it makes my Jewish in-laws uncomfortable. I responded and said, "Is this a bit?" He then responded with a video of him doing it, and the dog listened.
What kind of commands are we talking? Like 9.
It was like Schauslav. It
Can we
meant
watch the
sit.
video? Pull it up.
All right, this is going to be really good quality for everyone.
So your dog. So someone would have taught the dog German.
Instagram videos like disappear.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
So stupid.
someone would have had to.
Can't pull up his dick either now.
Someone would have had to teach the dog German in the first place. Where'd you get this dog? Like,
Yeah, as a Jew,
Yeah.
that's definitely weird, and you got to teach it the same way that Germans
first of
in
all, you're
Nazi
Jewish?
Germany had to relearn kind of a new code of ethics and whatnot. Your
Yeah.
dog needs to go through some or be tried for war crimes and put to sleep.
I guess this is only a problem if you don't like you. If you like your in-laws, if you don't like them, this is perfect.
I think he should have his in-laws hide and have the dog try to find them.
Yeah. If you don't like your in-laws, your dog can kill them for you. I'm sorry, John.
I don't
Marco.
think that's
all right.
I don't think the dog's gonna kill him. Germans
kind of
Germans
dog-
nowadays, they're super guilty, I'd imagine.
You saw you.
The Germans look right now. The Nazis are mostly in America. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that
right.
is so. Germany is off the hook.
Yeah, I'd be more worried if they talked to if the dog understood like Southern accent, like that came out. sloppily.
You saw the video. What kind of dog was it? Was it a German Shepherd?
It was cute.
It'd be hilarious if it was like a
It
Chihuahua.
wasn't a German Shepherd. It was like a
I don't
golden
think like German
retriever.
shepherds like understand German better than a Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on where you got them. Where'd you get this? I wish we
Like a
could talk
French
to this
poodle
guy.
is like bonjour.
That's why I said it would be funny if it was like a Chihuahua and
Yeah.
instead of speaking, Spanish, Chihuahuas are Mexican, right? I'm
I
so
think-
stupid.
So we're supposed to give advice.
Are they or is that racist? Is that just because of Taco Bell?
Yeah, that's what I was
Chihuahuas.
thinking. Didn't I don't know. We got a couple problems we'll get to.
Oh,
so
really?
about this one, so it makes your in-laws uncomfortable. You could teach your dog Hebrew instead. You're Jewish, you know. the
No,
Hebrew
we don't all
language.
know Hebrew.
That's
I,
why I asked. Instead of just assuming.
No, why doesn't this dog know? What do you guys do in St. Louis? I mean, was the racism high in St. Louis?
It's, that's where Black Lives Matter started.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
It is weird.
it is
The tensions are a little high
because it
there.
felt that it did.
What about you? Are there
Cause that.
Jews there at all?
No, and actually not a lot.
I don't.
No.
There's not like a community of Jews like here.
Sure.
There's
there's lots. Of Jews
There's a
here.
lot of Jews here.
I did. I used to do door-to-door sales in St.
Yeah.
Louis, and I found a Jewish neighborhood. I'm like, oh, this is where they're at.
How did the sales go? Did they talk you down?
No one answered the door. Yeah,
No one answered the door.
Yeah,
Sure.
they weren't
course.
having it. Red hair. My name's Hinderliter. If they did answer, I'd say I'm Lucas Hinderliter. They'd shut it in my face.
How do the Nazis feel about red-haired people?
I don't know.
Shouldn't like them.
I always think it was really. I mean, it was very interesting that Hitler was like super into blondes, like blonde. And
I've
he had black
actually
hair.
had this question.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
How that he felt about red-haired people. I think I'm not that red, but I don't know. It's a good question. He probably did experiments on us for fun. This got weird real quick, didn't it?
No.
Okay.
What
I
kind
feel
of
like if the Nazis had succeeded, like red-haired people would be definitely like the lower class version.
Yeah, we
of-
wouldn't be.
No, yeah.
We wouldn't be like. They wouldn't kill us, but
It would-
we'd definitely be like.
you definitely have to
yeah.
have Red Lives Matter. That is-
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
What? I'm saying that they would be oppressed in Hitler's.
Oh, we should
Sure.
have
World.
warned you, John Marco. This is what they've come to.
I have
expect
mastered.
from us.
I've really worked on my podcast face where I just look at the camera, just like, I don't agree with that.
So Red Lives don't matter.
Hey, man.
I think
No. Happy Black History Month, by the way. Right? Right? And I mean that.
Are you having fun, John Marco?
I'm having a great time.
Awesome.
Are you?
Yeah, no,
Found
yeah.
it. Earlier, I tried to shake his hand and he's like, oh, I just washed my hands. And he gave me an elbow. I'm like, all right, welcome to the penthouse. I loved it.
There's also no soap in the bathroom. Hand soap.
Are you?
Oh,
There's
thank
like a
you.
big jug. There's like a big
Is
jug.
the jug out?
Yeah, the jug is empty.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll have to.
But that's why I was given an elbow.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Sadra to get back. My roommate's a traveling doctor, so he's not here for another couple.
What is he?
weeks.
What is he traveling doing? We need Dr.
He's
C
not
right
really
now.
traveling doctor. He's the hospital he works at is in Tennessee.
Oh,
Okay.
But he lives here, so every 2 weeks he goes to Tennessee. and then 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there. So when he's
Yeah.
gone, if we're out of hand soap, I just wait for him to get back.
Sure,
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll have to.
No, it's really okay.
Yeah, I just shower after every bodily function. So,
Yeah?
yeah,
That's always I live alone now, and I will take like
yeah.
showers after a poop sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, every
Do you
time.
take cold showers ever?
No.
Okay.
Nathan's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
Takes cold showers.
It cures depression.
Really? Or
Well,
distracts you from depression.
It
for 10
distracts you from
Sure,
depression.
sure.
Yeah.
I did when I was in camp. We would do it's called the Polar Bear Club. You
Uh-huh.
like wake up, you jump into the lake.
Mhm.
I could never do that now.
Yeah. There's something about going to the gym, taking a cold shower that really makes you not want to kill yourself for the rest of that day.
Really?
It's
You
not
just gotta
bad.
go to the gym every day.
Yeah, who needs condoms when you can just
Sure.
take cold showers?
Does not cure HPV though.
What what about Wim Hof?
What?
Okay. There's a guy who does breathing exercises and like gets in ice and he like has cured diseases.
I feel like
with
I've
his
heard
mind.
I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a skeptic about all this bullshit.
Hey, you
Dude, I'm
guys
into
keep
that
talking. I'm gonna grab some more orange juice and then we'll get into another audience problem.
Yeah, I'll get some more orange juice.
Are you having any problems in your life? You seem like are you depressed?
I think we all are.
Sure, but you seem like a more positive person.
Thanks, man.
You're the guy that kills himself, and people go, "Wait, what? He was
Yeah.
sad."
Yeah, you'll never see it coming. I think it's funny to look at the
Sure.
and no, I've said I'm not. I would never kill myself only because I'm big on self improvement, and
Sure.
that's like you can't kill yourself after I've come too far.
Or is that the greatest improvement of it all? Is to
It
not
would-
exist.
It would be a great improvement on my current life, but my
Sure.
goal is for it to get better so that I
Sure.
don't have to kill myself. Have you ever had suicidal thoughts?
No, I think I've had like thoughts about having suicidal thoughts. Like it's a
Okay.
little bit meta,
Yeah,
but it feels scary because I feel like if I was the person that if I really had suicidal thoughts, like bye,
yeah,
like I'll just do it.
yeah.
So I get scared of like the possibility of ever having those suicidal thoughts.
I hear you. One thing about New York's, which you can't get a gun, so
Sure.
it would be like a huge pain in the
I don't think I'd be a
ass.
gun guy. I think I'd be like a pills.
Really?
Like I really don't think I have the fortitude to do it.
yeah,
But I think if I ever did, it would be like getting drunk and stoned and then pills.
yeah. Then you just get found by your roommates and you wake up by your parents. They're like, "We love you." That
Sure.
whole thing?
Yeah. I'd definitely be the guy who's like, son, you took 10 NyQuil. That doesn't kill you. You're
Yeah.
just sleepy.
Yeah,
I just wanted you to notice.
the only reason I haven't killed myself at this point is because these windows only open 4 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
I've talked to. Wait, can we say that?
Say what?
I've talked you out of
Yeah,
some dark off
of
some
course.
ledges.
We've known each other for 5 years.
5
and-
whole years.
Yeah.
That's no condom.
And yeah, back in St. Louis, we both went through some dark times. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. St. Louis sucks.
St. Louis sucks, man.
No, I'm serious. We're
Hey,
serious.
fans, let's keep this light.
This is it. Always goes
That's
to
so
suicide.
fun. You're just like, I've talked this guy out of suicide. All right, let's go back to the college.
Yeah, I bet he wishes he hadn't at this point.
What are these? Are these now just saying do it on air?
There's a delay, so they probably haven't heard it yet.
Oh,
Tennessee and New York. That's one hell of a culture. That's about Sadra. Conspiracy Beer Me, another podcast on the Healing Podcast Network. They say, how's Gianmarco's mouse problem?
Oh wow, someone's paying attention. So I had a bunch of mice. It's finally taken care of. I had a exterminator come who plugged up a hole. It was some hole, and he plugged them up. But I caught I think like 6 mice. I was
Oh,
using humane mouse traps,
nice.
and
That's why they stayed.
This
guy's great.
Yeah.
but like, and then originally I brought them like to a park, and I like let them out, and then they wouldn't go out, and then but then I got lazy. But
Broke
then
their necks.
one day I walked to the park, I let it out, and then I walked back to my apartment, and there were 3 more mice caught, 2 in one in the other, and then I just brought them over to a bridge, and I'm sure the moment I released them, a car ran them over. But
Yeah.
I can only go so far.
Why was there a car in the river?
It was like a bridge, like by a street, Lower East Side bridge.
I just bombed. I was just saying you dumped them off the bridge.
Sure.
It was a boat.
But mice, that's the one thing, like I wonder, do mice ever get up this high in a building?
No. And I've like had roach problems, and because I used to like live in Harlem, and
I live in Harlem too. Yeah.
yeah,
Mice, road.
and like the roaches and all that. And
That's why you clean your
You ever have
fucking
bed
kitchen.
bugs? You ever have bed bugs?
I've never had bed
I had them
bugs.
once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was early this morning, and I came straight. No, I had them once. Luckily, I caught it like super early. I had a friend who worked for a bed bug elimination company, so they came over and they brought all this stuff to. But I had to bring everything to a laundromat. You dry it, the heat kills them.
Okay.
But like you read about bed bugs, and you're like, how have they not taken over the world? Because they can survive a year without food. They just. But now, once you have bed bugs, every time you see a bug, you just like have a panic attack.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Panic attack.
it doesn't happen up here. There was one time like over Thanksgiving, I was gone for like 2 weeks, and my roommate had a party here, and then he left. So no one was here for a week, and there was like food and shit left out. He's not really clean. And I came back a week between. There was a lot of food laid out, and I'm like, oh, we for sure have bugs now. Not one.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, like a fly, I'll see a fly in here. I'm like, how the fuck did you get up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I didn't earn this place. I shouldn't.
If there would be mice up here, you'd think they'd be super buff.
Sure.
My roommate just texted me and said, get some fucking soap.
That's great.
That's nice of him to watch.
Yeah. Oh,
Aw.
shout out to Sadra.
Sadra, we just called you dirty 20 seconds ago.
I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
I'd
The
love
house
you too if I
doctor.
lived here too.
Yeah.
I'll love you more, man.
He is the house doctor on previous podcasts. If people send in like medical specific questions, and
Mhm.
we'll have him hop on, and he'll say some funny.
Yeah, he
It's
does.
really-
He does
Is that where
kill it.
He
Gets all
kills
this
it
money
every
from?
time.
Is that from the podcast money?
No, he's a
focus?
gastroenterologist.
Yeah.
Gastroenterologist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know that term.
Yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. And that
Yeah.
He's one of those like college courses and junior high people, you know,
Uh-huh.
just like savant, like autistic genius guy.
yeah, and one of the main
Sure.
reasons he like lets me live here is because I'll like have people over. We'll have like parties and stuff. Like before I came in, he would just sit in this big apartment by himself.
That's not
Sure.
true.
Well, Nathan
How
would
long have
come
you lived
over.
here?
And, 5 months now.
Okay, so a lot of big parties you've been having. Good.
Yeah.
We've had a
I hate him.
we've had some very big social distance parties. Everybody.
Sure.
You all stand in a different corner.
Forgot there's a camera right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all stand in a different corner and just
Do
trash
different
this apartment.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Sadra though.
Well, yeah, of course, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Are you
Let's,
sober? You do any drugs?
it's a
I
good
do pot.
question.
You do pot.
I
do pot.
Sounds
I do
like
pot.
it. Let's
What are
get
you
in-
supposed to say? What's the cool way to say it? I smoke weed.
pot.
I smoke weed.
I do pot.
I vape.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. I think about shrooms.
Yeah. You just think about them.
I think about it for years now. I've thought about it.
Oh, you should. yeah,
I think
yeah.
psychedelics are like the only thing I think that's not damaging. Because
You know what I realized? I think my hesitation is that like I want to have like a borderline religious experience or something. Like I wanted to do like DMT and be like, oh, now I know there's God.
I've done DMT.
And I'm scared. I think that if I do it, I won't have that experience, and then I will have nothing to be like. Well, maybe once I do that,
I think it'd be liberating though. You're like, oh, nothing matters. Like I can do anything, and
You'll just
I do
take a
not
bunch of-
find the thought nothing matters liberating.
Not
in
that
the
specifically.
slightest.
John Marco
but
just
like-
takes 10 NyQuils.
but there's no one judging your every action. I guess.
See, I didn't grow up with like the judging thing.
Okay.
I can judge myself plenty. I don't need
Yeah,
anything else.
Fair enough.
Dude, DMT is a trip.
Did you meet God?
It's a
And he was like, "You had HPV."
it was a woman.
Really?
It was a
Was she
woman.
hot?
It was like I would describe her as a very flirtatious, sexy black woman
Yeah.
in yellow
Mm.
dressed like a jester, like a joker on a car. And she was just
Sure.
very like, come to me, have fun. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then there was just lights and colors. It's really cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd totally be
it's-
down for that.
Here's the thing. You're supposed to take like 3 big inhalations and hold them. It's so uncomfortable and the smell's so like pungent. Like after one, it's just feels suffocating and I always chicken out. But my friends who tough it out and do all 3 inhales, they say you meet like elves and like
Sure.
gnomes, like you're in the like a forest. That's cool.
That sounds great. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. Anything that expands your mind, I think is kind of cool.
I had one hard trip.
You could just read a book.
on
Uh-huh.
psychedelics, and I think it changed. I was with you actually when I was 22
Yeah.
at your apartment with Spencer, and that kind of changed my life for the better, like how I act and approach things. But I never had like a religious experience.
You realize you're an
Now,
asshole?
yeah, I did realize I was a big
Yeah,
asshole. I was kind of
yeah.
a douchebag. I like
Yeah.
tried to fight people all the time,
Sure.
and it's like I totally made me it was a terrible trip. Like I was scared, paranoid, but when I came out of it, I think it changed my life forever. But ever since then, I keep it low dose, and it's fun. I don't know. It's a good way to have fun. Y'all want to get in some audience problems?
Yeah, everyone's just like, hey, these guys have a drug problem.
Yeah. By the way, this is just nicotine. Okay, so this is funny because this is actually sent in, and it kind of goes to our last problem. I'm 28 and I moved to Germany in August. Really struggling to learn Germany. Really struggling to learn German. It's slow and excruciating, and a lot of other problems go along with it. I don't hardly know anyone. It's hard to meet people, and I'm lonely now.
I'm disconcerted the number of German problems we've dealt with.
Yeah.
That's why I pulled this one up, because
Tell them to get a dog.
Yeah, get a dog, teach it English. Well, the first solution to this problem is maybe stop being Jewish. This probably has something to do with it. I'm sorry, John Mark.
That's very tough to move to.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? They didn't know German?
Doesn't say why they moved to Germany. Probably for a job or something like that. I don't know why
Payback.
else someone would move to Germany. What's in Germany that's like?
I hear good things. I went to Berlin. I went to Hamburg.
Yeah.
I got so I really wanted to be talk about scared of HPV and whatnot. I had this thought. I just went through this big breakup,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to hire a sex worker.
Yeah.
But I was just so god awful terrified of getting an STD and resenting myself for this is how I got it. And so I went to. I mean, do we have time for this story? It's a very good story. I went to a place in Hamburg where sex work is legal.
Yeah.
Germany, there's some weird shit. I went to a sex shop there where they had a wall of bestiality videos.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's actually better. So it was a wall of bestiality videos. And of course I look at the boxes because I'm just like, what is this? Of course I'm curious. And there are a few images that make me feel nauseous just looking at them.
Yeah.
And there were just a couple images that were on these boxes that I felt like I was going to throw up in the middle of the store.
Can you just
Go ahead and let us.
Yeah, describe one of them.
Oh boy. The one I
Just start jacking
remember,
off.
the one I feel like I remember, it was like a woman blowing a dog. And it was that's the one I recall most clearly. I feel like my curiosity stopped very quickly. And I'd seen Mr. Hands in my life.
Yeah.
I'd seen Mr.
Yeah,
Hands
yeah.
like most of guys our age and some ladies, but there's some difference about oral
Yeah.
that made me just feel like I was just gonna die.
Yeah.
I felt like this is wrong. I felt that sensation because it's so interesting. Because I'm usually just do whatever the fuck as long as it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
As long as it's not, And this was the first time where I was like, no, this is wrong.
Do you think the dog consented?
There's always that thing with animals where it's like, did they? But it's like if you fuck, it's like if you fuck a horse,
Yeah.
if that horse doesn't consent, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah. Well, no, it's someone, Mr. Hands.
That dog better have been 18.
Sure.
And I don't mean dog years.
Imagine
Michael Che has a bit. He's just he's had something. I think it's so obvious where it's you can't have sex with animals, but we eat them. If the options were being eaten,
Yeah.
or someone having sex with us, clearly, I'd rather have the sex thing.
The thing that's gross about blowing a dog.
Sure. Just one thing.
I say it like I've done it. Let me tell you this. No, because it's
What's the worst part about blowing it?
The worst part about blowing it. No, it's that red. They got a little red weird dick.
Sure.
It's not like a regular dick. It's a red nasty. It's like slimy.
Sure, unless you're but I feel like all genitalia, if you're not attracted to the thing,
Yeah.
I think all genitalia has there was something I read where evolutionarily, there's a mix of being repulsed by sex and being into sex, and partly the repulsion is because of things like HPV or more serious diseases that you can't. That if it was not a little bit gross,
Yeah.
we would just be doing it all the time.
Yeah.
So there's always a little bit grossness to it. So
Yeah.
I just imagine this woman blowing the dog and his leg starts kicking, like when you rub their bellies, like you find that spot where their leg starts kicking.
Sure.
Like that's his. All right.
Hopefully she wasn't dressed like a fire hydrant.
Well, no, the buttons don't work on this one.
I was
my
going
God.
for like a wah,
That
wah,
is so
wah.
funny. You just reached for a button with no
We
sound.
have sound effects, but for some reason they only work with Sadra's laptop, and they don't work on mine.
Oh
Yeah, I
man,
know.
that was the actual punchline.
I think the one right next to it was the brumps, the rim shot. That's
If you were to make love to it, if you were to blow a dog, what breed of dog? Like a little one that you could hold, like a baby? Or like a
border collie. They're pretty sexy, you know.
Yeah.
Something feminine, like a border collie, poodle.
Ooh, it makes me sick to think about. I gotta tell you, like, it just in my head, if I go there, I'm just like, ugh, what's wrong? This is a sin.
All right,
I think a pug.
A pug.
Just so when it comes, it's like.
I don't think dogs like have a full like they don't have a cum face.
Pug's always got a
No face. Yeah.
Whenever you see a lot of animals, like especially like the female animal, she always looks like she's just like there.
Yeah.
Like you never see like I've seen bears about bears. I've seen like a lot of bears having sex.
Yeah.
I mean, the female looks like she could care fucking less.
Yeah.
She knows what she's like. This is for kids.
I want to know if there was a bear on that wall.
Ooh, fucking a bear.
Just a big German bear
I could see that.
eating a
Someone goes to Germany for bear porn and it's just all gay guys.
Bears.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So that's why that person went to Germany. They went there for the bestiality.
We found you out.
we found you out. So hold on.
I think there's 2 states where bestiality is legal too.
How do you know these things?
I always think it's very
And I know
interesting.
it's just.
No, I
yeah.
think I'm sure like for a joke, I looked it up. Like
Yeah,
I
of
know
course.
2 states incest is legal because I looked it up for a joke.
Which
What
states?
I believe I know it's
Virginia?
Rhode Island and I think New Jersey.
I think it's
Oh.
weird that those 2 states probably don't overlap with the bestiality ones.
New Jersey makes sense because all their women are animals. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you know what podcast you're listening to.
We've
So how
been
do we?
mild on this one. I think
Yeah.
we're camera
We've
shy.
said some way worse things on this.
Oh yeah.
So how do we help this lady with not being able to speak German and like acclimating to a new culture?
I'm gonna need to post.
Where are
a-
you from?
I'm from
obviously
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
Yeah.
So East Coast still. I don't know the difference. I haven't spent a lot of time on the East Coast, just New York since I moved here. But
I've never been good with other languages. So
Yeah.
like, I'm like, just learn it. You have to learn it.
yeah,
I mean, there's no solution. What the fuck are you gonna? Or
Yeah.
like, I'm sure there's ways to find other people. I'm sure there's some town in Germany where no one speaks German.
Get Rosetta Stein.
I've done it. I've done Rosetta Stone. It didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Ireland. Before I moved to New York, I went around Europe, and I went to Ireland. And I go to parts of Ireland where people were speaking English, but the accent was so thick,
Yeah.
I could not understand what they were saying at all. And it was really weird to say to someone, "Sorry, you say the language too strange for me to
yeah.
understand."
So if
Yeah.
someone's speaking English and you don't know what they're saying, like English is their first language, and you still have
And it's just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've haven't spent too much time out of the country.
Did you ever learn another language?
No, I did. I took 4 years of Spanish in high school. I didn't learn a goddamn
I
thing.
mean, I should have stuck with Spanish or
Spanish in
anything.
Illinois.
I wish they had what they should have done more of, which they didn't, was like TV shows, good TV shows in different languages. They'd have like shitty fucking cartoons,
Yeah.
but like get you hooked on like a good TV show. That's how so many people know English is they just like, you know, because we have Sopranos.
Yeah.
I love anime, but I only watch the dubbed version. I don't.
Sure.
know
I
the
used to watch with the
subtitle.
subtitles on.
Yeah,
I got the Dragon Ball
Makes
like before
sense. Dragon
GT
Ball,
and Dragon
yeah.
Ball was in America. I got Japanese bootlegs
Yeah.
off eBay.
I've
Oh, nice.
I've actually been watching Dragon Ball lately. I watch it all
Which
the
one?
time. Well,
I didn't watch Super. I watched one episode. I was done.
Supers. I finished Super, so now I'm just going back through
Is
Dragon
Super
Ball.
good.
It's got some good elements.
I just like here's my impression from 2 episodes. I'm like, I don't want to see Frieza be on the same team.
It's a lot of
Changing
fan
hair is
service.
not cool to me. And I miss
Yeah.
the side characters. I think Dragon
Yes.
Ball was in its prime
Dragon
when like
Ball.
or Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like when TN could help, when Krillin or Kuririn, if we're talking Japanese,
I agree.
could help.
No, it's all fan service
Destructo
now. So like
disc.
everything they bring in new is just like to appease the fans, like,
Yeah.
and the story's lame.
I want I would
Um,
love. I mean, I don't know how it would happen. Like Yamcha all of a sudden like become like a big asset.
Well, actually, it's in the so they have the new manga chapters. I'm sorry, guys.
new manga
This is-
chapters.
Yeah, it's an arc after the Tournament of Power,
What?
and they bring back Yamcha. Actually, does some shit. Yeah,
How? Wait, do you go to the gym? How did Yamcha
Yamcha's
become?
always, he's still relatively
Who the
strong.
fuck's Yamcha?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't watch?
I watched Dragon Ball Z when back in the day.
Yamcha. He has long black hair. He dated Bulma
Bulma.
for a little bit
He
before
fucks,
Bulma
man.
left him for
He
Vegeta.
fucks.
I just remember Piccolo.
That's
Piccolo.
all you remember?
They really fucked over
Goku?
Piccolo too.
Wow. Okay. You were doing DMT when you were watching. You're
Talk about a
who's
spirit
the
bomb.
who's the black woman with the yellow jester suit? Like that was not.
All right, guys, let's get into another audience problem here. Let's see. Oh shit.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got one?
I got one that just came in. Well, I'd really like to work out more, but I don't have time.
That's a problem.
Just carry dumbbells with you wherever you go.
I used to, when I was at work on my lunch breaks, I would go walk the stairs. I would do push-ups. But this is supposed to be
We can
bad
tell.
advice. Talking about, I've been working out.
You work out?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
uh,
Skip today, but no.
Do you have a gym membership?
I've been doing a lot of Zoom classes pretty much every day.
really?
Really?
Uh-huh.
There's a private gym in this building.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it's cool. But like working
When are you
out.
going to use it?
What?
When are you going to start using it?
Every day, man.
Yeah.
Every day since January.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's doing it.
I am
Got his
doing it.
orange juice.
I'm
getting the
so I
vitamin
did
C.
sober January. I skipped one day for my birthday on the 15th, but yeah, so I'm celebrating with this orange juice.
Oh yeah.
But as far as working out but not having time, there's plenty of things you can do. Fight your boss at work.
Sure.
You could get up an hour earlier and do push-ups until you can't do them anymore, and then go back to bed.
You can quit your job. You'll have plenty of time then. Remember, this is bad advice, Nathan. Remember the podcast.
Oh yeah.
This is
I
our
always try to
podcast.
give real advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
You're like,
is-
well, do some time management. Set up an Excel sheet. Look at what you're spending.
Yeah. Just write out your everyday schedule. Write a goal every night. Wake up. No, I don't know. Carry a really heavy book bag. It's going to make you way stronger, but you'll eventually get scoliosis and you won't be able to work out.
It's all self-help books that he'll never read.
Yeah, if you work hard enough, you'll have enough money. You don't need to work out.
Oh, so that's okay. That's the advice. Actually become successful at something, and then you'll have time to work
I
out.
think
But
Jeff
you won't.
Bezos is like, oh no, I didn't do a push-up today.
Yeah.
No, he gets someone to do a push-up for him. For less than minimum
Yeah.
wage.
That's perfect. Okay, well, let's keep these flying. I think we've been neglecting the audience problems, and that's
We
what this
have.
is all about. So let's get into this. I'm 35 right now, and my biggest problem is constantly fending off the question, so when are you going to have kids? Truth is, I'd love to have kids, but I'm physically unable. But I'm sick of my in-laws asking me.
Well, your
Oh.
in-laws are assholes if they're talking about your barren uterus right in front of
Yeah,
you.
hey, when are you gonna fuck my daughter? Like,
Is this a man or woman who wrote this?
Yeah.
man, he wants to have kids.
No wonder he has a barren uterus.
But he is unable to
Adopt some kids.
adopt. Yeah, he says he'd like to have kids. Adopt some cool, like black kids or something. I
All
don't know.
right.
Adopt some cool. You're gonna go to you go to the adoption agency and say, hey, you're getting rejected on the spot.
Anyone breakdancing in there?
Yeah, can I see the basketball courts?
No, this is the look at the camera. I disagree with this
It's
statement. I mean, there's no way he's told them. There's no way he's told them that he can't have kids. That would be insane if they kept pushing him.
No way he's told his wife either. She'd divorce him. Also, you're
Yeah.
35, man. At this point, it's
Just
like
fuck her. Just to start having sex with her, then turn the lights off and have a big black guy come in and fuck her. So you can have some cool
shit.
black kids. You're smiling.
I was gonna say, have someone else fuck your wife and tell your in-laws that it's yours.
Yeah.
And also, you don't like facilitate the cheating. Don't tell your wife to sleep with someone else, but like make it happen. Like hire a hot pool boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hire like, oh, the this toilet's broken again. I hired this hot,
A hot,
Yeah,
cool.
by the way, I have a
pool
work
boy.
trip to take.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's easy. Have someone fuck your wife for you
Yeah.
or
not-
with you.
not being able to have kids. I probably can't have kids. I've never gotten anyone
That's
pregnant.
not a symptom of HPV. What? Why? Why do you think that?
Because I'm dead inside.
Sure.
I'm sure that
Sure.
includes my balls.
Look, I wish that stopped people from having kids, but clearly not.
John Marco, I was going to ask you if you've ever had a pregnancy scare, but I remember you only wear condoms. Have you? But
Yeah, no, I have not had a pregnancy scare. I did. I was so that person, the person I was with who took the condom off very suddenly. I had about a second to decide whether I was okay with it.
yeah.
And I would have to be made of steel to have stopped what was going on.
Yeah, but you
in that
okay, so
moment.
you continued.
But I was very scared, and I was so she was from a different country. She was visiting. It was a post comedy show.
So it was a sheepskin condom. Sorry, continue.
Is that a joke?
No.
That's a real thing, but
Yeah, no, I
anyway.
know that.
Okay.
So I
Cool.
would
Hey,
I
thanks for
would
coming on, man.
I would look at her Instagram stories, and when I saw one where she was drinking, like at a party or something, I was so relieved. I was like, okay, she's not pregnant.
or
she's
or
getting
you're
rid
just
of
a
it.
fucked up kid.
Or I'm gonna have a fucked up kid. Sure, that is the.
I always wanted a retarded kid.
Oh Jesus, buddy. All right,
We
so-
had it's a word we can.
That's funny. That was your line. That's
Yeah.
less my line.
We're able to say words now because of COVID. There's real problems in this country, so we can use words.
Yeah. Are you gonna delete this when problems go away? And this
No,
becomes
this
the
is
big
Yes.
live.
priority?
This is live.
Oh, this is live. Oh, so this is not being saved.
It's recording. Someone's recording.
Sure.
it.
I think we saved it in the past 5 minutes.
There's so many
Um,
things. There's so many things you could get in trouble for. I think about it a lot. You know, I think you don't want to become like stressed about it because it's so rare. Who's going to go digging through every podcast? you've ever done? But someday they'll have a search algorithm and they'll be able to just search
Oh,
keywords
we'll be
through audio.
fucked on this podcast.
Sure.
We say some crazy, but it's
Well,
like the point
no,
of the
we
podcast.
want, like the whole point of the podcast is bad advice. So we're saying things you're not supposed to say. We're also it's sad because we should be able to say anything as comics.
I don't know if I fully agree with that wide blanket statement.
Of course you're not, because this is live. You're being recorded.
Well, under the pretense of this is comedy, we're not being serious. You should be
Yeah.
able to say most things.
I agree to a
With-
certain extent. I think what's tricky about it is like if you become really successful and you have a fan base, then your responsibility becomes like more. And so like there is
So we're fine.
I do believe in that sense of like, well, if people are talking this way with their close friends, like, are we all just pretending like we're not like saying certain? But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think you shouldn't be able to say? Get it? You can't say it.
I'm gonna go take a pee and say all of them in the bathroom.
Sure.
Lucas likes to be as unprofessional as possible during this. Me and John
Well,
Marco.
you wouldn't drink 3 cups of fucking orange juice in the
Yeah.
last 30 minutes.
JD's just trying to drink that completely only orange juice drink.
Is there a lot of alcohol there? You think?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's a big fuck up, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. No, he's love the guy. But yeah, there's definitely some sort of something in there. He's roofing himself.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Where were we before he got up?
We were talking about
There was something.
cancel culture and what words you shouldn't be able to say. And
You know,
we're going to give really thought out responses that are responsible.
look, it's not good to say things that are hateful if you mean them, but if you're obviously joking and you're
But that's the problem. I think
You can't
I think
tell.
ultimately you live with a lot of there's a lot of stupid people in the world, and
you
like
take it seriously.
so there's this thing of like, you might be being sarcastic, but I think there's a belief that it softens the ability to say those things, and it allows people to like get away with worse actions, and people don't know your heart inside, and I don't know. It's very tricky.
Yeah.
It's very tricky. I mean, like the Shane Gillis thing is obviously like the kind of defining moment of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like at the time I felt more like, yeah, you don't do this accent on this thing. And but then I see like how so many other people get in trouble for some 10-year-old tweet. And then
Yeah.
like some people gang up on them, and then someone finds their old tweet. And I'm like, everyone's full of shit. It's more just like
Yeah.
this doesn't reveal character. It doesn't
Yeah.
reveal anyone's character. And it's
Like here's my take on this, and this just came to me. So maybe we're all like, we can all get up on stage and make people laugh. We've done it a lot, but we're all trying to get all the way up here.
Sure.
And in the past, no one saw anyone until they were here.
Sure.
Now we're being recorded as we're figuring it out.
Sure.
So you're more likely to make mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, my hope is that, and I don't know if this is possible, my hope is that like people tire of a certain level of canceledness, that like
better.
enough people get in trouble that people go like, and I think often when people do get in trouble for like minor, like a tweet from 2010 that was like just a bad race joke.
Yeah.
Or like that there are a lot of people out there that are like, okay, we're not going to end this person's career, but we still live by whoever is loudest on Twitter. I got in trouble on Twitter 2 weeks ago.
What'd you say?
I made a joke about Claudia Conway. It was more about George Conway. You know them, George Conway and Kellyanne Conway, who helped Trump win.
Okay.
I believe you.
Yeah, it was just it was a weird situation, but like people were said it was a joke about the scenario, and it was not making fun of Claudia Conway. She's 15, and like it wasn't a joke about her. But I'll say before that, I made another joke about Claudia Conway like months ago. Kellyanne Conway was an advisor to President Trump, and the daughter was like revealing certain things about her fucked up mom. And and people were like, she revealed that her mom had COVID before anyone knew.
Okay.
And Claudia Conway revealed it on TikTok, and I just tweeted a joke. That was like, Claudia Conway, I'm all rooting for Claudia Conway, but you have to admit she'd seem like she'd be really bad in a group project. And it was like, if you know her, like it's very true. It's not as much of a punchline thing as it's just like I could feel it.
It's not,
but someone like snapped, and it's just interesting. I'm like, for whatever reason, Claudia Conway is like, you relate to her. Or you feel very protective of her.
What if she got like an F in her sophomore project and then really just hit home with someone?
Sure.
But like, that's not even like offensive.
Of course, it's just like it's a
Silly.
light critique. Someone else on Facebook was like, I want to adopt Claudia Conway. And I'm like, she would hate your poor fucking house. And she would like look at your bathroom and throw up everywhere. And it's just people just they become fans. And it's more like
that was a bulimia joke.
You know, I thought about making it a bulimia joke, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to, because it's a 15-year-old girl, you piece of shit.
Oh, she's 15?
That's why you shouldn't have did
that's
it.
the other thing. Like people, some SNL writer got in big trouble for making a Barron Trump joke, and they're like, "How dare you make fun of kids?" And Republicans are making fun of Chelsea Clinton when she was like 8. They were calling her ugly when she was like a single digit. Yeah. So it's like people are full of shit.
I thought she was hot.
Yeah, definitely not a 10. You know. All right. You guys, I just checked the time. I kept wondering because it doesn't say how long we've been doing. We're getting close to an hour. First of all, I want to say there's soap in the bathroom now. I stole it from the master bathroom.
Sure.
So you can wash your hands safely. Let's do one more.
Shake.
Let's get into one more audience problem.
Yeah.
The live podcast has been interesting because like we tend to stay on topic on the pre-recorded ones. So we're kind of going off.
We're going all over the place.
But it's fine.
It might be the drugs you've done. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
No drugs.
We're having fun. It was a good conversation. We're getting to know Sean Marco.
Yeah.
I think we briefly saw each other around. But
John
then
Marco, I had
happened.
Beef with you the first time I met
Oh
you.
yeah.
Tell me,
this is hilarious.
All right.
Can I tell the story?
Okay. Well, you were drunk at the time.
But that was the last time I drank. You made fun of him for something I always made fun of him.
Wait,
for.
This was at the Greenwich Village?
Yes.
Greenwich Village.
Oh my God, I didn't make that connection. But then I wrote you and I apologized. I felt so bad.
You apologized very quickly, yeah. But
because I'm a big fan of Anthony Jeselnik.
And here's the thing, you were right.
Huge fan.
Yeah. So, and I'd only been in New York for like a month, 2 months, and my stage presence has developed because it has to when you move out to New York.
Sure.
So it's been on stage 5 times.
I agree with you. I agreed.
That's
how
sorry.
I was, but
I wrote him unprompted. I felt so bad.
But at the time, I was like, "Fuck that guy." I did a joke, and you went and you came up.
It was a great joke. It was a popcorn
jerking off.
Yeah. It was a great joke, and I made fun of him because I liked it. I would never make fun of someone who didn't do decently at a month.
And I hadn't been in New York long enough, and I didn't know you, and I was like, "Fuck that guy," whatever. And then you wrote me, and then you messaged me on Facebook apologizing, and I still was kind of like, "Fuck you, you're just covering your ass." But
one time
I've seen you before or since then, and whatever, and I like you. I
feel so bad.
I just want to bring that up.
It's one of those things. I mean, like, I especially like I work at LOL a lot, and like in urban rooms, like you really do you will make jokes at each other's expense on stage in front of people.
Yeah,
And it can be like, and I think sometimes, it's just easy to like get in that mode. I think
Yeah.
Anthony Jeselnik would have made a joke too. It's very hard because I'm not a dick, but I do like dick comedy.
Here's what
I'm
I'll
the
say.
same
If it wasn't, I
way.
wouldn't have been so upset if it, and I wasn't that upset, but still, I was kind of like, fuck that guy, because it is something I was insecure about at the time.
Yeah.
God.
It's like something a lot of people told me, and I was like, I didn't like it. So I've taken steps to like change my cadence and how I am on stage.
When me and my ex
but yeah.
watched
No, I can see how moving to a new city, New York City. Yeah, I can
I'd
see
only
it
been
was
here for like
dickish.
a month.
That's why I wrote the apology. Like I immediately went after. I probably went up to Ricky and I was like, "Fuck, was that dickish?" And they were like, "No." And then I still wrote.
it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And the fact that you apologize shows you're a good guy.
Yeah.
But like that, when you did that, I was like, because I always gave him shit and saying
everyone always did. Yeah.
Yeah, but mostly me. But like when
that's why I was like so heated, because I come out to a new city and then immediately I'm like, fuck. Like
I say like I get Mulaney all the time.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Even when I listen to Jeselnik, I don't really listen often. I listen to his podcast a lot, but like his stand-up, like I just love delivering that slow way when I have a joke I know works and the audience is listening to me. Like I'll totally do it.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, and I'll go low to like deliver the punch.
I still do like the jokes, but like I've definitely, my stage presence has evolved.
You've gotten more conversational from being here.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of New York. It makes you so comfortable on stage.
Sure.
I can't wait to go fucking.
But it's hard. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like I see like there's a Mulaney cadence that will always be part of certain things I do.
Yeah.
It's just like there's a certain way to slide into
It's
a
just
punchline.
influences.
They're like, I mean, Mark Norman too. And you just have to be careful listening to. For me, it's those guys because those just come really easily.
I get Daniel Tosh.
I don't watch. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of comedy anymore because I got a lot of Jeselnik and whatever. In the
now it just sounds like porn stars.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up. I thought it was funny.
It's funny.
That was my first experience with you, but you've been cool since.
Totally,
I
would have hated it too.
That's so funny.
Let's do
Wait,
one
you
more.
said you were visiting then?
No, I just moved here for I'd been here like a month.
You almost left.
Yeah. Almost left. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do one more audience problem, guys.
You got one?
Yeah, and then we'll get out of it. Do you have one that you want to do? Or
no, not specifically.
All right, one more audience.
I did the last one, I think.
And all right, let's do a silly one. I always forget stuff. Forget my phone, forget my asthma medication when I go to the gym, forgot my electric cord for my laptop for school. I forget everything all the time, and it affects my life in a very negative way. How do I stop forgetting things? It's a great question. It's a real problem.
I buy I have 3 laptop chargers.
Yeah.
And I left one at my lady's place the other day, and I had another one. She was like, "Do you need to come get this?" I was like, "No, I got another one."
Yeah. Always forgetting things.
Get an asthma thing at was I said an asthma pen or something?
Asthma medication. When it goes
have
to
one
the
at the gym. Have so many. It's like chapstick. At some point, I've bought like 20 chapstick. That no matter where I look in my apartment, there's a chapstick there.
Yeah.
In the couch, under the bed, in the bathroom.
There's a simple solution to this, and that is, remember like when your teacher would write a note for your parents and they would tape it to your chest?
No.
It's like an old school thing, right? Like
like an 1800s old school thing.
They tape it to
they
your chest.
Beat you with a ruler? Molest
they
you?
did
My
this to
point
you
is,
as a kid?
I was a bad kid.
What did they tape to your chest?
Like notes for your parents
I'm
to
a
read
faggot.
when you get home.
Like I had a thought in my head. I had this. Yeah.
It's all fun. It's all for fun.
Hey, your son's gay.
Hey,
no, it's no
Long note or just like he's been a bad boy today, or like
what I did in class. Like
what stopped you from fucking
just a
tearing
picture of
it
a
off?
dick.
Because your teacher would ask the next day, did you give the note to your parents? And like they would say, please respond so we know you got this. Shit like that. Whatever. All I'm saying
what
is
if it was raining?
staple this shit to your chest.
Staple?
Your laptop charger. Yes, staple it to your chest. Your asthma medication. You could become homeless. That way you always have everything on you all the time.
True.
That's a good solution. Just give up your apartment so you can never forget anything because your whole home's right there at your disposal. Nathan, you ever forget shit?
You also probably if it's that bad, like I was seeing someone and I said one of those like I always think I have ADHD, and she was like, how many times have you lost your phone? I was like, once. She was like, I've lost my phone 20 times, like fully. And she's like, I have ADHD. Like if this person is losing it so much that they're writing into a bad advice podcast, maybe they do in fact.
Well, so
have
people give me
ADHD.
shit. I have a wallet chain like from the 90s, and I have it connected to my wallet and my keys, and people make fun of me for it. They're like, oh, you fucking bringing back grunge. Like, no, I genuinely have left my wallets at so many places that when it's connected to my keys on my belt loop.
Got to get a laptop chain, an inhaler chain.
For me right now, it's laptop, phone, wallet, headphone case. That's the most I can do. I had a camera for a little for stand-up purposes.
Yeah.
And then like one day I put it charging somewhere, $800 camera. And then like a week later, I was like, where's my camera? I was like, oh my
That's the
God.
thing. It's those one-offs. It's the things you don't typically bring with you, but you bring with you that one time.
Yeah.
That's the ones you forget.
That's why I have those 4 things. That's all my brain can, and the keys, I guess. But like I work this club, LOL, and like I bring my backpack on stage sometimes, or I always get stressed about losing that laptop, and I never have.
Yeah.
And it's because that's the list. And if you have asthma medication, maybe make that number 1.
Maybe go for a jog and get rid of that asthma. Asthma's curable, right? I don't know.
No.
No.
Set a timer and put check stuff or something. I always just do like the wallet, cell phone, keys.
Yeah. Maybe become less materialistic and you won't need as much stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe change your life.
Change your life.
Maybe your unconscious is telling you to forget that shit because it ain't nothing.
Quit going to the gym, work out at home. You won't forget your asthma medication. What if he does that and he's like, oh, my asthma medication's at the gym.
Yeah.
Sorry,
he drinks too much.
You're an asshole.
No.
I don't know.
Anthony Drinkleneck.
Very good. Oh, you guys, we're having fun. This has been fun.
This has been fun, and it got funner and funner throughout. Like,
it's been a strange.
We really
podcast.
warmed up at the
It's
end.
off like our typical
Feeling
format, but it was a good. What do you think, John Marco?
I had a very good time.
Awesome. I'm glad you were here.
I can't wait to hear it again in 10 years when
Absolutely.
I lose some job because they unmixed it.
I think we're going to start wrapping up here, but first, John Marco, what do you want to plug? What do you got coming up?
So I got my comedy special is on Amazon. It's called Shelf Life, and it's going to be on Pandora at the end of this month. I'm very excited for that. And I will be headlining Bananas Comedy Club for the first time, headlining Bananas, which is with Helium out there.
It's part of the Helium chain.
Part of the Helium chain. It is February 26th and 27th, I believe, and it'll be a really good time.
Where is that? Because I know they have a couple off.
Hasbrook Heights.
Okay.
It's like the lower level of some kind of hotel.
Nice.
It's really nice.
Awesome.
They used to have back in the day, pre-Helium days, they had fake bananas like as the backdrop, like a banana tree. And they have all these cool pictures there of like, early Seinfeld and early everyone with bananas.
Oh, that's like the Funny Bones and stuff. They always have those. Well, that goes well with the Monkey Don't podcast, Monkeys and Bananas. Nathan, what do you got? What do you want to say?
I'm actually heading back to St. Louis in March. I'm working Helium. I'm doing March 4th through the 6th with Adam Ferrara, who will obviously be the headliner. I'll be featuring, which is a lot better than a 4-minute open mic in the snow. So I'm fucking pumped. Thank you, Helium.
That's awesome.
Everything.
I don't have much coming up, guys. It's a pandemic. But hopefully we can change that.
Yeah.
Helium, what's up? But John Marco, we really appreciate you coming on. This was a great time. Start off a little strange, but we figured it out along the way.
You don't have to keep saying that.
We've never done this live thing, and I don't know. I like it.
I think it did make us scared.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can look at the background. Anytime you got bored during
beautiful.
this, you could just look out that window and appreciate that.
Yeah, there it is.
You should be envious.
This is not a green screen. But guys, check out our backstock, Monkey Don't podcast. And we have a new episode coming out tomorrow, so look for that. But other than that, John Marco, thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
God bless, and really
keep sending in your problems because we will read them on the pre-recorded podcast.
at the end of the day, just think about how you can be the best version of yourself, and then do the opposite.
All right, thank you so much.